For the past few days, a lot of information has been getting leaked for Zenless Zone Zero, and that is sad to hear, not only for the company, but for people like me and a lot of other players and creators that just want to experience a lot of this content for the first time. I know there's a lot of you guys out there that like receiving leaks early just because it gets you to quote unquote plan ahead of time, or get to see what's upcoming and next, because it's exciting to see all the new content that the game will be releasing. But for me personally, and I'm pretty sure a lot of other creators and players feel that it's a lot more exciting when I get to see them officially released in the proper form that they were created for, and you guys will really understand especially why for this specific event or these specific leaks that happened, because it seems like that Hoyo actually had a big idea for this next up and coming faction or set of characters that we will be receiving. Now, there was a lot of things that got leaked regarding Zenless, and they didn't cover everything within this post, but they did address one of the major ones that a lot of people were sharing around. So let's cover that in today's video. Now, to let you guys know ahead of time, I am not someone that's going to be covering leaks on the channel. I will only be covering official information made by the team, Hoyoverse, or Zenless Zone Zero. If it comes from any other source, I'm not covering it until I officially see it from one of their accounts. And we got this official confirmation from the Zenless team on Bilibili. If you guys aren't aware what Bilibili is, this is a Chinese and Japanese website where a lot of creators and companies go here to post Chinese and Japanese, not all the time exclusive content, but this is like their version of like a YouTube or Twitter. So this is where a lot of their information gets posted, and they made a statement today regarding the leaks of the stuff that dropped the other day. And all of this is Google translated, so it's going to be a rough translation, but I'll do my best to piece everything together. To start off, it says, "Have you all the rope riders slept?" I'm pretty sure rope riders is meant to be something like proxy, which is how they normally address us in America. So have all the proxy slept? We can't sleep tonight. Yesterday, we observed a lot of insider revelations about Zenless Zone Zero on various social media platforms. It has been established that the other party used illegal means to obtain our development information, including many character design concepts, drafts that we have not disclosed in character production, which we very much regret. This is something that sucks for developers, because all of their hard work and stuff that they went into to prepare and actually do a solid production rollout and excitement for a lot of people and a lot of fans of their games, that moment kind of gets snatched away from them when leaks happen. And this, as we read further down, sounds like this was going to be a pretty big and cool thing that they were planning to do, which hopefully they still do. It further says that, "So we made a decision that went against the past. Instead of covering it up, we might as well make it publicly happily." So if you guys don't know about Hoyoverse, they've been trying to do a lot of things to combat leaks. Leaks is a big thing that runs rampant in the community, and it's been happening for a long time now. They've been trying different things of like letting creators release information early, trying to like season assist leakers if they can find information on them, and so on and so forth. And so far, they just haven't been too successful with that, from my understanding. So a lot of times they do try to ignore it if they can't handle it themselves, but since this was a big thing that was going around social media the other day, they didn't want to ignore it this time. They actually want to address it, which I'm pretty ecstatic that they actually took the time to do so, because I was someone that got caught by the leaks. I saw most of them, and there's quite a lot of things that really sucks that I got to see early, because the future of this game is looking really good in my opinion. But to not harp on that too much, to continue, it says, "The original idea of choosing the idol camp for the virtual idol, which is a tentative name, it'll be replaced or changed to something else, originated from the fact that there were many students in the production team who had longing for idol culture. They believed that a group of positive and optimistic idols conveyed love and dreams through hard-working performances. It is a thing that can bring power to people. Therefore, they hit it off internally and decided to start a new project in this dreamy group. There are lead singers who want to ignite everyone's enthusiasm with their singing, artistic responsibilities who are born to be the focus of the stage, and creators who are emotionally delicate and talented. About the planning of this new camp, we are concentrating on the production. After completing the final designs of the 3 idols, we plan to introduce them to you in a way that builds a real virtual Hold up, what? We plan to introduce them to you in a way that builds real virtual idols. At the time, the little idols will personally participate in the live production of Jué District Zero. I'm guessing that's the area that they're from. And we will also launch more related projects around them, such as a character song. So what this idol group seems to be, they're going to be pretty similar to the recent release of Robin, where since Robin is a singer, I'm pretty sure they did like a music video or like it did like an official song for her that released alongside like preparing for her actual release of the game. And it seems like they're going to be doing the same thing but in VTuber fashion. They're going to be getting VTuber models rigged up for these characters for them to essentially maybe do like a music video or overall performance, and that sounds really cool if that's what the accurate translation is showing us. This is like a big theme, and it would have been really amazing to actually have seen this firsthand without them getting leaked about these characters. And once you guys see these character designs, you'll pretty much understand why, because in my opinion, a lot of designs in Zenless Zone Zero have been pretty good, but they're like on the little safe-ish area, which makes sense since these are the standard banner characters, the very introduction of the game. They have like a really strong base design, but you know that Hoyo can get a little crazy. And I think this faction starts to show the improvements of the designs for Zenless and where this game could really go with how these characters look, and I'm super ecstatic about that. It says, we are confident that the little idols will welcome everyone in the best condition. The content related to the leak names Camp Son of Kayudon. I'm pretty sure this is the biker game that got leaked as well with this group. And in the Kyoto camp, it's partly an attempt by the production team during the character design exploration process, and some of the content is now abandoned. So what they're saying here is that the things that leaked with that faction, it seems like they're not showing it here because the ideas that got leaked, or at least some of them, actually have been scrapped. Those were early concepts that they came up with and they were thinking of doing, but they are revisiting and redone them quite a bit. So essentially, even though they lost a few things regarding that, there are some things that have not been revealed because they went with some new ideas, which I'm actually kind of happy about, that they still have some things to hide and share. But what we want to tell you more is that some of the characters of Son of Kaldon, I think this is the idol group, will meet you as soon as possible in a subsequent public beta preview live broadcast. No, this might not be the idol group, because they're referring to it as if like we haven't seen them yet or they're coming up soon, but it's saying that we're going to get a new faction introduced to us within the current beta, and this beta ends within like the next 2 weeks. I believe it's May 28th, around right after the release of Withering Waves. This means that we're probably going to be getting a live stream within the next week or so, which has me really ecstatic because that means more content and information for us regarding the game. I know at the beginning of the second beta they did announce 3 new factions were coming, as well as more information on chapter 2.5 and chapter 3, which we haven't got yet. So this broadcast is probably where we're going to get more of this information from. And please don't let that get leaked. I want to be surprised. I don't want to see that, please. And if you're going to be a leaker, please do hashtag Zenless Zone Leaks blurred or something on social media or YouTube or something, wherever you're posting at. Make it so that people who don't want to see those leaks, that they don't forcibly see it by accident. I would love that, and I would appreciate that very much. To continue, it says, we have also prepared many surprises at the time. Please be sure to pay attention to our subsequent official live broadcast information. Please allow us to make an advertisement in an inappropriate manner here. I think it meant to say that please allow them to like get it out officially, either on Bilibili or on their public sites in general. And it says, whether it is the Son of Kelton or the virtual idol camp, they are all the enthusiasm and inspiration of the project team, spending a lot of effort and continuing to create content. At this time, the project team is still making every effort to modify the errors that everyone has previously reported that the experience is not good, and is also producing more fresh and interesting content. In fact, what we also want to say is that it will take a certain amount of time before the overall completion of the virtual item camp. So what this means is that be prepared. There's of course new content coming. Just be patient, because not only are they developing new content, they're also fixing a lot of issues with the game that people still are not satisfied with. So if you're not enjoying the TV mode, continue to express that. Continue to express that maybe combat isn't where it should be, or enemies aren't as interesting. There's a video I'm going to make on like a lot of changes that I want for Zenless, and improvement on the TV mode, as well as improvement on mobs and bosses. Those are going to be something I'm going to be mentioning, and it's very transparent and reflective here that they want us to provide feedback, whether it be the Chinese, Japanese, or American community. They want us to provide feedback regarding this information for the game, because they want to continually improve it as they're making new content and making improvements within the game. I'm trying to remember where I was at. Oh, it seems to us that the Jedi Zero project group would expect more elaborate and unique content, even if it would take more time in a hand-polished way than industrialization. It seems like they're saying that no matter how long it takes, they'll take their time and make the content the best that they can. It is not our intention to let everyone see in advance the products from the early days of our creation in this way. It is a pity both for us and for all the rope craftsmen. I'm pretty sure rope craftsman just means proxy. Finally, in the face of this never-ending struggle, we still have a beautiful illusion, my guess dream, that the original intention of the production team to create surprises will not change. Yes, they're saying that because this happened, because leaks are happening, that will not deter them from doing very unique surprises and ways to introduce these characters and their new ideas. They'll still go through with them, because they're not going to let somebody rain on their parade and hurt the excitement for not only them, but for the people that consumes their products. And the purpose of letting all rope craftsmen or proxies enjoy it will not change. Yep, because we're willing to believe that the new alley that we've worked so hard to build is still standing, and our proxies will be here expectingly. All right, so I open up Photoshop to upscale the quality of a lot of these, and for us to really dig into these images and see what we see. So I don't think we have any official names for these characters, but they all look really cool. But what we do understand is that the one at the front that's sitting at the computer, they're apparently like a content creator, or essentially the main VTuber. The one here, I believe, is an idol. They are the singer of the group. And then this here is like a mech slash humanoid. Not really sure specifically. And I believe there was some character description stuff within the leaks, but we're not gonna say anything about those. But I do want to get and dig into a lot of this stuff to see some finer details. We can see that they have a poster over here called the Angel. So either this character here in the front is named Angel, or the overall group is named Angel, from what we're understanding. I also want to see if we can find anything around the room. I don't think so. Maybe see like some posters of like maybe some of the concerts and stuff they've done. Isn't much back here. ZZZ logo, of course. We can see another Bang Boo. Maybe this will be a Bang Boo in the game. It'll be like their special Bang Boo for their Angels group. And then like we see like microphones, headphones, Bang Boo. Is that a coffee mug, or that's the AirPod case, and a computer? It's just really cool to see that they're actually kind of nerded out, and because they're supposed to be VTubers or whatever, and models. So it's cool to see that they actually have like the finer detail of like what it is to be a VTuber and like a content creator and singer and all that to be included within it. All right, first up we have the robotic character. Again, I don't know her name, but the cool thing I love about this character is that she seems to be pulling from a lot of inspirations of a lot of other big titles. One game that actually has me very interested if they pulled from is Guilty Gear. Guilty Gear Strive especially. Their main character that recently got released as DLC a few months ago, Elfeld, actually kind of fits this character design. She has similar colorings. This kind of reminds me of Elfeld's old and current design, where she has like a dress on, and she's very pop idol style based. If I'm not mistaken, she's a pop star in Guilty Gear Strive. And I don't know, it's just this whole energy just rings Elfeld to me. Maybe I'm tripping, but I like it a lot. I'm not really big into like the VTuber scene, or like even into like idling and all that stuff. But this faction seems really cool to me. We also come down here, and this is revolving around. Well, it seems she has gauntlets, so I'm guessing she's gonna have her weaponry is going to be a part of her wrist gauntlets, and she's and her hands, and she's gonna be shooting out blasters and gunshots and stuff, which kind of reminds me or has me wondering if she's also inspired off of Aegis. Now she doesn't really look too much like Aegis, but the robotic design components of it for the character gives me a mixture of an Elfelt and Aegis feeling. And I only say that because I mentioned this a lot too, I believe, in a few of my videos. Hoyoverse actually visited Atlas not too long ago, which is the team that developed Persona. And we see this not only as Zenless, but in Honkai Star Rail. All of the things they either learned or grab inspiration from that company is very much apparent and being shown in their recent games. And I think this could be another case where that is being shown here, which I have no issues with them grabbing inspirations from other things. Inspiration generally creates amazing ideas, so I'm happy that they're inspired by something that I'm extremely excited and passionate about. Persona is one of my favorite JRPGs of all time, so it's just cool to see that there's at least some form of resemblance or maybe some connection there that honestly just makes me dig this even more. I could be completely wrong though. Next we have the character that I think everybody will essentially like the most. She is the singer of the group. She has these big battle axes. She's dual wield, and they seem to drop like ball and chains of extensions. I actually can't wait to see how she's going to animate, because I've never seen dual wield like battle, like wrecking balls, battle axes that go into a ball of chain. I can just imagine her like spinning these around and twirling, and like having like a pose where she flips it and converts it, and it's like a mic at the end or something. It just seems like this group will probably have probably some of the best looking animations in the game, because I'm pretty sure they're going to have so much fun expressing them and emoting them, which you can already kind of see down here. Again, I upres this so things are going to look a little smudged, but I try my best to make it look as clear as possible. But I think out of all of them, she is probably going to be everyone's favorite design. She might even be mine's too, but she looks really cool. I think the best thing about her is her weapon aesthetic, and I think she could possibly have some of the most fun gameplay once we get to see, but who knows, I could be wrong. I'm liking the overall design though. She looks really cool. I don't have really much to say about it since all we have is concept art, but it looks really good at the very moment, which I'm a huge fan of concept art, by the way. I love seeing like early renditions of characters, but the fact that we had to get it in this frame of light, I don't like so much. But I do hope that we get more of this in the future, whether it be official reveals, hopefully not forced because of leaking. And also I hear there are art books for their games, and if I feel like going to my closet, I would, but I actually collect art books for the games and manga and stuff that I'm into. So I would actually love an art book for ZZZ, because I love the aesthetic of the game so much, because it reminds me of some of my favorite things within media. And then finally, we have the character that, with the more I look at her, she isn't my favorite design aesthetically, but I think she overall might interest me the most when she comes out. This character, I say this because she is the one I believe is supposed to be the content creator, and what her kit seems to be revolved around is her using a megaphone, and her book bag is a speaker. And it seems like how she's going to be fighting is amplified through sound of her speaking through the microphone, and that just has me thinking, what exactly are they going to be doing to her kit to make her like that? Currently, all of the fighting and stuff that we have within Zenless Zone Zero is all generic weapons like guns, swords, big hulking piece of metal, you know, something that when you look at it, you're like, okay, I can imagine somebody swinging this around and hitting people. But we don't have a character where they're going to be using like a microphone. It's like manipulate sound as like a weapon. That's some anime-esque stuff, and I'm fucking with it. Her overall design is actually pretty good too. She seems like the character that comes off as nervous, but she's actually pretty stoic and excited once you get to know her. That's the kind of characteristics I'm getting from her. I think her design overall is pretty cool though. I would love to see like some costumes and color palette changes. Not like change them, but I love like color palettes in fighting games of seeing characters in different colors, and I wish they would kind of add that into gacha games, like making like a more personable thing of providing different colors for character designs. I think that'd be really cool. And we also see here like different face emotes of her, like not, I guess you could say kind of bored, then her seeing like confused or upset, angry, another angry shot here, then her yelling. I like these a lot. Her emoting is actually pretty cute, and I think it's funny. But the designs that they have so far with regarding around her gun or her megaphone, I think it looks really good. I would probably reduce the amount of bows just a little bit because it seems like it's a lot, but keeping a few of there here and there is really good. And I like that they're actually showing us all of this again. Now I'm guessing this isn't going to be finalized as just a lot of concept, and all of it just looks really good, and I just can't wait to officially get these characters within the game. Again, it sucks that it had to show us this way because of leaks, and like I said, I will not be covering leaks on this channel, so do not ask me. But in the comments below, if you are guys who are going to be talking about these extended leaks of these characters as well as any of the other leak information, please be mindful of everybody. For the people who don't want to see them, do like some form of leaks, and then do a bunch of space before you comment down below what you're going to be talking about. Please be mindful of everybody. But I appreciate you guys and all your love, support. Remember to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new, if you want to see more Zenless content, because anything official we're going to be covering. I appreciate you guys, and remember to believe in you that believes in yourself. I see you in the next one.